G'day everyone, this is an exclusive video I'm just doing for YouTube. So, as I thought that I'd like to do some more stuff just exclusively for YouTube, but I just wanted to get this video done quickly rather than going through a massive editing process and whatnot. So as you can see, the terrain building is still ongoing. So we've got this one here, which is our standard method of doing it with the foam bricks that will be grouted later on. But I've run out of double-sided tape, and the shop I usually get it from here in Australia, Spotlight, is sold out. So I might have to, I'm going to try another one. If I can't find it, I might have to order some online. As you can see, these are going to be the lines in which the vegetation will sit on, as any farm sort of will have. Or, you know, they can have animals in them, whatever. This one's a bit damaged. I went on purpose, of course, and I just wanted to create 3 different ones. And they're, oh, this other way, they are 3 different sizes. So they look really good for what they are right now. And again, they'll be done in a similar sort of style with the detritus and the moss and everything. This is something new that I decided to make, which is sort of the last in the major farm of Mordheim outskirt kind of building things, which is a granary. So as with anything, a granary does have 2 levels, a level to start loading the grain in, and then you get a ladder or build out a walkway and you load the next level. This is going to be a sealed building. There's no reason to have it open or anything like that. It is just another large building. The bottom of it around the base here will be bricks, much like all the rest of the stuff. And at the top here, you'll have just wood slats going all along it. I'll have to, of course, I should have done the wood slatting first with a weight on top of it once I glued them to keep them all down. So that's going to be fun, having to glue them on. And yeah, kept them all to not, like, although of course the coffee stir sticks like to bend, so I'm going to have to try to bend them a little bit so they keep stuck to this. Or I can use super glue, but I try not to use super glue on this foam because it tends to melt it, as you can well know. And of course we're making more of these, excuse me, I'll just grab this, more of these Aqua Ducks. These are just to get a set. I thought about making 4. I just decided on 3. One is definitely just sort of going to be a match. This one is a tumbling down one. I like them. I like the nature of it. Just a bridge, or as I said, an aqueduct that has completely fallen down. It's no longer in use. I like them. They look good. And they're a good line of sight blocker. They work all in a line or even next to one another, even in a straight line, you know, or you can just dot them everywhere and have it as something else entirely. And yeah, I went on to make some ladders. Now the ladders here weren't necessarily something I was going to make originally, but I made these, which are the walkways to go across from building to building. And I thought I'll angle them just to, if you'll work with me here, angle them so that they can be used sort of like ladders, but I wasn't happy with it. I think it just looks a bit, they're okay, but they don't look great. The ladders look so much better. I'm not sure if I'm going to trim off the side bits of the ladders. I think I will, because it looks a bit silly with those bits out. But I went for, you know, a whole bunch of different designs for the ladders. But the best thing about this is that it gave me a really good idea, is that all these buildings I've been working on, which I'm just reaching for one right now, is all these buildings, they look a lot like something, because it's just come out, as well as the fact that I've just got it and I'm playing the video game at the moment, is Resident Evil 4. It's one of my most favorite games, and the remake is great, but these definitely look like those ladders that you would kick down as people would come after you. Very reminiscent of Mercenaries mode, when you'd have to kick these down. And I'll just grab a mini here. They do look like that. So I love it. I think they're great, just for something to kick off so that you can, you know, if you have zombies or something. I'll have to 3D print some zombies because I don't have any, or find some kind of zombie set to get. But I'm happy with them. They look really good for what they are. And another thing too, which I just realized that I completely forgot that I actually did, and again, you're going to see these exclusively as well, is these more coffins. So, again, this is the original. You can see the colour's a bit different, but that's fine. And then there's all these ones. These will be scatter, you know, there's my lady, Natalie, up there, putting on her hairdryer. But yeah, good little pieces of terrain. You know, I've done different size, like this. They got a little bit of a smaller one and that. I thought about making smaller, like, again, like a child size one, but they were a bit fiddly. So I just went for this fairly large set. I like them. They work good. You know, you don't have to do the bottom, so they stack and they can, you know, they work well, especially when they're around the actual, move this out of the way, an actual painted piece of terrain. As you can see, the side of the building is, even though I like it, I love the look of the thing, it is a bit bland if somebody's running down, if you had these in a narrow street. So it's always good to have things like this, or boxes and crates. And they look great. Just add a bit of flavour. You know, people can climb up on them or smash through them or whatever they need to do. And again, that's very like Elden Ring, Resident Evil, just smashing through a whole bunch of stuff to get away from, you know, monsters and zombies and stuff. And again, being able to find loot even. And yeah, I'm very happy with them. And again, this is just a video, just a straight unedited video to go up on the channel, exclusively for YouTube, just to catch up on what the whole sort of project is going to look like. It has really inspired me to think about making a small, like Resident Evil, like an RE4 kind of diorama set. Tell me if that's something you guys would like to see. I just found someone who had a Resident Evil, it's a Resident Evil 2 Leon, but with the fact that the Raccoon City Police Department uniform was the, you know, bonus outfit you could get for Leon in RE4. I think it'd be great to do some kind of small diorama for the sort of RE4 fans out there. Anyway, I'm Luke, as you well know, or if you don't know, yeah, you can check me out here on YouTube or on Instagram or on TikTok. I'm under Pile of Shame Hobbies, and you should definitely check out my lady's channel. It's called Diesel Dollar Budgets, and she does budgeting for low budget living, because both her and I are unemployed, sadly. That's why I have so much time to do this kind of thing. So she has tons of things on Etsy you can download to help you budget for your hobby. You know, so this kind of stuff doesn't, you know, you can set up for a project and start working towards the goal of saving up for it, or an army, you know, if you want a goal to save up for an army for the year. She's got all these kinds of things up. She's great. So I got to give her props and a plug, because she always gives me a plug on her channel. And I feel bad that I haven't put up any videos yet that have been edited. Of course, I have shot one that needs to just be edited. It's not a painting tutorial as much as it's a painting companion, or a hobby companion, I'm going to call it, because that way you can do your own stuff while listening to me blatherskite, I suppose, on certain topics, a lot of nerdy stuff. So yeah, I just want to say cheers to everybody. And yeah, we're getting a nice village together.